The story in the Mountain West Conference last year was Brent Brennan and San Jose State's football team. And one of the elements there was a senior from Argyle, Texas. How does somebody get from Argyle, Texas to San Jose, California? Nick Starkle.
Well, it was a long road, and it was a winding road. It took a couple turns where I weren't expecting, maybe a U-turn here or there. But ultimately, ending up at San Jose State, where I think is a perfect fit for me and for this team, with a great staff around me and a great team around me.
Now, talk about leading up to San Jose State. You had some pretty good moments at some pretty good schools now. Just recount quickly what happened there.
Yeah, went to Texas A&M out of high school. Actually, my first career start, we're up, I think, 34 to maybe like 3 against a Josh Rosen-led UCLA team. And I end up breaking my ankle. I'm out for the next, 9 games, 8 or 9 games, whatever it was. And Josh Rosen produces the largest comeback in college football history. And
well, you can always say you were part of that.
So I was proud. I was a part of that team. That was tough. It was tough to watch. I didn't get to play. It was tough to watch. And then since then, I should have known if that was my first game, what's my career going to look like? And so it was kind of all over. I graduated from Texas A&M in 3 years, played at Arkansas. I ended up playing against San Jose State. This guy right here next to me as well, Cade Hall. And after that, a little coaching change there caused an opportunity to where I wasn't going to be able to play there anymore, and I looked for places to go, and San Jose happened to be a perfect fit for me. I had been reached out to from Josh Love. He reached out to me, the old quarterback, and it looked like the perfect fit. So as soon as he reached out, I said, "I'm in. Tell me where to go and when."
I've just been adding this up. This is like 8 or 9 years now for you, isn't it?
This is year 6. This is season 6. So it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time.
Well, it was a great story last year. What happened at that place, and it's like it all happened at once. I'm sure that's not the case. You weren't there for all of it, but just kind of recount briefly that season, which was kind of magical. It was magical. It was unorthodox. That's for sure, but we really learned to just roll with the punches last year. And I think that our team will never forget that year. That's a special year. We talk about that, about how we're never going to forget last year. But, we have high expectations for this next year as well. What makes Brent Brennan the coach he is? What's his strength? What was the secret of a year ago?
The secret is that he has a vision for this team. He tells you about his vision, and he gets you to buy into it. And so our entire team bought into his vision of being conference champions. And we had talked about it since day one, 0 week last year before the season even started. And being able to buy into his vision is really why we had success.
I want to ask you one other thing about San Jose State, but it involves a guy that used to be at Utah State, and that's Kevin McGibbon. And he was a coach and a coordinator when the Aggies started making the turn in 9, 10, 11, and 12. Tell me about him.
Yeah, Coach McGibbon, I think he's the best coordinator in college football. He's a genius. He's a mad hatter, a mad scientist of offense, and he's always adding things and making our scheme a little bit better. And so, with him, I think, the possibilities are endless for success.
Nick, it's nice to meet you, and I know we're going to see you again in San Jose about the middle of November, but best of luck to you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you as well.
I'm going to talk to Chad Hall. Cade Hall. I wrote down Cade Hall. And he is a senior defensive lineman from Morgan Hill, so where he comes from Argyle, Texas. You come from next door. Isn't that close by?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the geography of it, honestly, but yeah, it's a pretty small town compared to San Jose.
2020 All-American on the defensive line. You've been a starter there for 3 years. You've been through the highs and lows of all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And this past year has definitely been a cultivation of all those low years. We've been working hard for a long time to get some results.
Since I'm from Utah State, I need you to give me a little recount of the competitive experiences you've had against the Aggies.
Well, my freshman year, so it would have been 2018 when we played you guys. You guys were very good that year, and you guys ran away with that game. I can't remember the score, but I'm kind of glad I don't remember it because it was ugly. But didn't play you guys in 2019 and then last year as well. So it's been a couple years, and I'm excited for this year.
Perhaps you come by these skills honestly. Your dad played in the NFL. Talk about him and where he played.
Yeah, my dad got drafted by the Buccaneers and then spent 3 years there, and then he spent a year with the Niners, and they won a Super Bowl with Steve Young, and then from there he went to Philadelphia and finished out his career there for another 3 or 4 years. And yeah, my dad has been a huge part of my career, and at the same time he also lets me do my thing and lets me have my own career, and only is there when I need him.
One other thing, just tell me quickly what Nick Starkle has meant to this program.
He's been a huge addition to the program, and you saw it last year. You see how he plays, and also just his experience, like you were talking about, him being at multiple different schools, starting different places. All that experience is really helpful, and it definitely helps him be a leader on the team.
Cade, we're going to see you in November. The Aggies will come to town. Thanks for talking to us. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.